One of the first questions ever asked by mankind: should I play 16 by 9 or 4 by 3? The 4 by 3s, I like to say, bigger target, stretches the enemy out, easy to hit those headshots. Well, now it doesn't matter, because they have a gaming lens which offers a progressive zoom towards the middle of your crosshair, so if you get anywhere near that headshot, you're going to see a bigger target anyway. Also, if you do demo reviews like me, it's very good just for putting it on an area of your screen that you really want to concentrate on. So make sure to check out the description box below for my promo code where you get 30% off. Hey guys, how you all doing? JW, hyper aggressive AWP for Fnatic. Always peeking, you're never really sure exactly when he's going to peek or how he's going to peek. It kind of gives that element, kind of what Fur does for SK Gaming. We're not really sure what's going to happen, you can't really get comfortable as the T side. JW does play around the middle area, so mid control can always be a bit of a daunting task. So Smoke came in there towards middle and he wants to hang around this window area, so he may as well just peek towards jungle while he waits. Now, mid control, he's just peeked out and straight away he's put his team in a man advantage. That might seem kind of crazy to you guys, and this is what I'm just talking about. Is you can't get comfortable in middle when JW's around, because he's just going to peek, no flash, no indication or anything from his teammate. Except for one thing here. Was important to note, Crims was having a little spray through smoke just at nothing, trying to draw just the slightest amount of attention to himself, and it worked in the end. I don't think the player top middle was distracted, but also just maybe took eyes away from people looking towards the window. So see here, he just replayed. That's basically just a repeat. We just saw the same thing twice in a row, 3 times in a row. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that's insane. I mean, he was in a 4v2 or a 5v2 even, and he's just re-peeking out middle to kill Nitro on the 3rd peak. That's what I'm talking about. This is the same with any of these aggressive players. Is you can always argue that they may be aggressive when they shouldn't be. But that's just their play style. You don't want to restrain them, and you'll see how much pressure he puts on the players at middle. They're trying to work out something towards connector there. Peeks out, kills JDM. He doesn't care. He goes back again and gets the 3rd kill as well onto Nitro, completely annihilating the round. Just like to stress, this isn't good fundamental CS. If your team's in a 4v2, you want to be playing together somehow, playing in trade positionings, so you can capitalize on your man advantage. Now, that's a pretty good nade towards middle there. Pretty standard stuff, you know there's likely going to be a T player there, so you do a little bit of damage. So this peek here, again, JW, you don't know where he's going to peek, when he's going to peek. Flusher did throw a flash high up into middle, which just caught JDM off guard enough, where he missed the shot and JW could capitalize. Now we're going to see the negatives of this playstyle. Fnatic in a 4v3, and JW throws that away. It's now a 3v3. So you see there's the positives and the negatives of this playstyle. It can work really well, or it cannot, and these are the risks you're taking as this type of player. A good thing about having your AWPer in the window area a lot of the time is they're in a good position to rotate either to the A or the B site. Obviously they're already at A with jungle, and with B they're pretty close to market if they want to get in there and help out anyone coming through apartments. So JW falls off in this one. That's basically because Golden and Crims have applied a lot of pressure here towards A main. So the aggression for this round was really to clear out the A area, and they've done that pretty well. They're kind of trapped here. They don't know what's going on to connector if an AWPer's holding it. Elysia's pushed up here, not holding it in this situation. So, but they're still kind of trapped here at the front. So JW knows this isn't really my round to be aggressive. I could get flanked onto connector. So you're just going to sit here closer to market and just watch for anyone trying to flank more than peek towards middle like last couple of rounds we've seen. So Lecro feels a little bit of pressure, plus the fact that Golden and Crims haven't seen anything in their advanced position, means he's going to rotate over here to help out Lecro. So it's very standard initially just to hold this angle with the AWP, very powerful angle, but notice how he moves when he misses the shot. So just checking behind him. So when he misses it, he straight away wants to help out Lecro. Lecro is still alive, so it's important that he gets onto the site to help him out, and there's no reason not to with your teammates still alive. Nice little peek there onto JDM. They're not really sure where to look, especially with Flusher being on short. And just like that, the round's into a 4v1. And even though it was just 1 kill from JDM, I think it's important to note how he's rotated in here, and especially how he's rotated through market. He hasn't refaced towards window, because that's a very likely angle for JDM to be posted onto. He gets onto the site, helping out Lecro, and when he's still alive, there's absolutely no reason not to do that. A little bit more aggressive AWPing for you. Sticking with how JW rotates is, especially after he gets these picks, he's very fast at changing his position. You see, pick there straight away. He's not re-peeking over and over again. He checks back towards jungle. Not towards jungle, palace, sorry, and then he's over here towards B. So obviously he will re-peek middle, we already saw that in a previous clip, but he's also very fast at rotating, mixing up where this AWP might be, and making it very hard for the T side to predict exactly where they're going to have to face him. So you'll see here he's travelled all over the map in a space of a few seconds here, and you see he's here in time to avoid those flashes. They're telegraphed quite well because of his pushed up position. He's already comfortably in CT. He's able to just lock down this CT positioning. Relatively standard AWPing there in the end, to be honest, but he's only there because of how fast he's at rotating. There's no doubt in JW's mind. As I said, especially after revealing where the AWP is, he's very good at changing his position quickly and without hesitation. Another cheeky thing JW likes to do is just throw a Molotov here in window. You've probably seen this before, but it blocks off the smoke and gives him an angle towards middle. Stralis know he does this, they've actually used 2 smokes in this situation, but they want to keep using their smoke to make sure he's wasting a Molotov at the beginning of the round, so it kind of becomes a game of what utility you're prepared to give up. However, JW does gain information that no one's pushing towards short. And he starts to play his normal plays per usual. I just thought I'd include that Molotov there, as it's a good thing to do, especially if teams are throwing just the middle Molotov in towards window. You maybe catch a player off guard and get an easy 1 or 2 kills before they start to adjust. So JW's home is definitely the window area, but he's more than confident to go for picks in other places, as you'd expect. So the B apps, he does it a little bit differently to other players. If you look at like JDM AWP, for instance, he'll get a flash in here from a player, peek this, where JW just goes in dry, no indication to the T side that he's coming, no utility used at all, and it's risky because you're more likely to possibly get shot down by someone else posted on the angle, but you also can reap the rewards. He's got all his utility left now for later in the round, plus all this information gained with no information for Team Liquid at all this has happened. Which you'll see allows Flush to push out to help towards middle from the short area. He's very confident no one's going to come towards this B apps area, and even if they do, JW's got the early warning system with its very aggressive held angle. So besides apps, all AWPers will go for picks towards A if they get the good spawn, as JW does here. Options are Palace, A main, and Connector. JW, one of those players who's not very scared of Molotovs, so even if you Molotov off Connector at the start of a round, you'll often jump over the top of it to try and get an early pick with that element of surprise. In this particular round, Ali just straight into his crosshair, nothing too crazy about that. What I like about this one is to go back to what I was talking about with rotations. You'll see he gets the pick on towards A, and no hesitation in the world, he starts to head over here towards B. It also helps the fact if you look at the minimap while he is rotating, the player does push up towards middle to clear this out, so he becomes more confident here. So once they see no one here at middle, you see the player clearing it out. JW is going to get onto the B site to help out his teammate, and also lock down short just in case anyone slipped through. And look at his movement here, even on the site, always peeking a different angle, pulling out his pistol, wrapping around. He's not waiting for someone to peek him, he wants to peek you. That's it for JW on Mirage. If you want some extra content, make sure to follow me on Twitch. I'll be doing user-submitted demo reviews tomorrow morning, about 13 hours from now, so make sure to follow me there, link in the description below.